All right, this is our second grade math lesson 8-8. We're going to be learning about AM and PM. Look at the clock and tell what time Ethan wakes up for school. So let's take a look at our clock here. It is between the 6 and the 7, so we always go with the smaller number there. It's going to be a 6. And let's take a look at our minute hand is pointing to the 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he wakes up at 6:30, but we don't know exactly what time that is. Let's take a look. For waking up for school, is that going to be in the morning or the evening? It's going to be in the morning. Our morning is known as AM, and that is the time between midnight and noon. Okay, so it's the time between when you are asleep and before you have lunch. So you can use the terms AM and PM to tell about time. Use AM for morning times. I wake up at 8 a.m. Use PM for afternoon or evening. I go to bed at 8 p.m. So I eat breakfast at 8:20. That would be an AM. I eat lunch at school at about 11:45 a.m. I eat dinner with my family at 6:30 p.m. Okay? So what might you be doing at 6:15 a.m. and at 6:15 p.m.? So at 6:15 a.m., I might be sleeping. And at 6:15 p.m., I might be at soccer practice. Okay, so we're just getting used to using AM and PM. Okay, riding the bus to school. Complete the clock so both clocks show the same time. Circle AM or PM to tell when you would do this activity. So let's see, it's 8:45 in the morning, and it says ride the bus to school. That would be AM, right? 8:45 a.m. in the morning. Doing your homework. Would I do my homework at 4:30 a.m.? No, I'm normally asleep. This would be 4:30 p.m. Let's show it on the clock. The hour hand to the 4, minute hand down to the 6, showing the 30. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and go on to our next page here. Grab another piece of tape. And do this. Okay, complete the clock so both clocks show the same time. Circle AM or PM to tell when you do each activity. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out the time, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. Actually, let's do our AM PM first. That's going to be a little easier. Take the bus home from school. I would do that in the afternoon. Now let's figure out the time. It's between the 3 and the 4, so we go with the smaller number, 3. And I can tell it's pointing over here to the 9, which is 45. Walk the dog before breakfast. That's going to be AM in the morning. And figure out the time. It's going to be 8:05. Okay. Read a book before bedtime. Bedtime is going to be PM. Let's figure out what time that is. This is it right in between the 7 and the 8. So we go with the smaller number. There we go with the 7. And then what's our minute hand pointing to? 45:50. So 7:50 p.m. Okay, number 6, take swimming lessons on a Saturday morning. Morning lets us know we're going to be AM. 10:15. Our hour hand has to point to the 10, and 15 is going to point to the 3, because 5, 10, 15 for our minute hand. Okay, watch a movie on Friday night. Night lets us know it's going to be PM. We need to make a 7 for our hour hand, and a long one to the 4 for our minute hand, because that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, go to a party on Saturday afternoon. Afternoon is going to be PM. We need our clock to show 2 o'clock. So I'm going to draw an hour handed to 2, and our 12 is always what we have for our O clock, because that's where it starts over. Okay, higher order thinking. Jen and Maria have dance lessons at the time shown on the clock. Write the time 2 different ways. Is it AM or PM? So they have dance lessons. Dance lessons. Well, let's figure out what time it is, first of all. It's between the 3 and the 4. So we're going to do 3:45 is the time. She would not have dance lessons at 3:45 in the morning. That's well before we even wake up. So it's 3:45 p.m. So I'm going to just write 3:45 p.m. here and write the time 2 different ways. I'm going to say 45 minutes past 3. 45 minutes past 3. Or I could say 3:45. A quarter to 4. A quarter of the clock still needs to go until it's 4 o'clock. Okay, let's go ahead and do our last page here. Okay, number 10. Draw hands on your clock to show what time your school begins each day. Then write the time, include AM or PM. Now it's going to be a little different every single school year. This year it's 8:20 a.m. So we're going to draw that on the clock. I'm going to do my hour hand to the 8, and then 5, 10, 15, 20 to the 4 is my minute hand. Okay, number 11, math and science. Stargazing is looking at the stars. The best time to stargaze is on a clear moonless night. Gina went outside to stargaze at 9 o'clock. Is this AM or PM? Explain. Well, we know it's going to be PM because PM is nighttime or early in the morning. Okay, so we know it's nighttime. All right, higher order thinking. Grace starts her homework at 4:15. She finishes her homework 45 minutes later. Draw hands on the clocks to show both times. Write both times on the digital clock. Circle AM or PM to tell when Grace does her homework. Well, if she starts her homework at 4:15, we know that's in the afternoon, so that's going to be PM. So let's do our 4:15 is when she starts. Okay, so 4:15. 4:15 plus 45 minutes later is going to put us right at 5 o'clock. So our clock is going to look like that at 5. Okay, our assessment. Circle AM or PM to tell when you would do each activity. Brush your teeth before bedtime, PM. Go to soccer practice after school, PM. Walk the dog before dinner, PM. Watch the sunrise, AM. All right, great job, everybody.